Hello everyone, myself Jalaj Nagpal and I welcome you all to EduTap. So we all know that there is a hype regarding IRDAI Grade A notification. Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India is planning to recruit some managers in their domain. So definitely there was some hype, and to address a doubt which were many students asking to us, that was regarding certain sources. Sir, from which particular book we have to study, from which particular source we have to study. So today I have a beautiful session planned for you regarding IRDAI Grade A. If you are doing self study, then this particular session is for you. In this particular session I will tell you the sources which definitely you can refer to, and I will also tell you the sources which you can refer to for your phase 1 and phase 2 components. Okay, and yes, over here I wanted to tell you that with, I would say, self study also, IRDAI Grade A can be achieved. You can definitely become a manager in IRDAI if your why is very clear, if your intention is very clear. Okay, so let's move forward. Let's not waste a lot of our time. Let's move forward to the core agenda of this particular video. So let's see the phase 1 syllabus first. In your phase 1 we have your 4 components, but the paper is one, which is your test of reasoning, test of English, test of general awareness and test of quantitative aptitude. In each section you will have 40 questions. Okay, each question will be of 1 mark, so each section is of your 40 marks, and therefore your total marks will be 40 into 4, which is 160, and you will get roughly around 90 minutes to complete all the different I would say components, all the 4 different components. Okay, now let's talk regarding first about quantitative aptitude, then I will tell you about reasoning, then I will tell you about English, and then the current affair. For quantitative aptitude I will prefer you the book which is written by Arun Sharma, Quantitative Aptitude for CAT. Now please do not worry, you do not have to solve tough numericals from this particular book. You only need to practice level 1 basic questions. You only have to practice those questions which are of easy to moderate level, because in your IRDAI Grade A exam the questions are not that much tough, rather they are just asking you the basic questions based on different chapters of quants. So just prepare on a very basic level from this particular book. If you do not want to buy the hard copy, then you can search for the soft copy on Telegram, or if you do not even want to go on Telegram, then I think the videos, multiple institutes have released their YouTube videos, so you can also prepare for quantitative aptitude through YouTube also. But if you want a specific book, because with the book we get that connection, so with the help of this particular book, definitely your level 1, or I would say easy to moderate level, will be taken care of. So quantitative aptitude for CAT given by Arun Sharma is a very good book. Definitely you can follow it. Next book is for reasoning. For reasoning I will advise you the book written by the publisher of S. Chand. You can definitely refer to this particular book. The author of this particular book is Dr. R.S. Agarwal. Okay, Dr. R.S. Agarwal, the publisher name is S. Chand. Okay, now in this particular book you will find all the basic questions and moderate questions and your tough questions also. It covers your verbal reasoning and non-verbal reasoning also, like puzzles, statement based questions and whatnot. So this book you can refer to for reasoning. Again, if you want to save your money, then you can also refer to multiple YouTube videos. On YouTube also multiple people have, they are discussing multiple of the topics, so you can pick a topic and search it on a YouTube and solve it on a good I would say good length. Like if you are able to solve, I would say 50 questions on per topic, that is more than enough for a day. And do remember, again, the same thing will be copy pasted over here also. Just practice easy to moderate questions. There is no need to practice tough, because that is not asked in the IRDAI Grade A exam, and you just need to clear your cutoffs, sectional cutoffs and the overall cutoff of your phase 1. Okay, so for quantitative aptitude the book given by Arun Sharma, and for verbal and non-verbal reasoning the book given by R.S. Agarwal are good options. For English I will advise you the book written by S.P. Bakshi, Objective Journal English. Now see, if you want to take the book, then this is your best option, but English is something which we are studying from school days, isn't it? English is something which we are studying from school days. So what I will advise you is directly give the mocks, directly practice English from the questions and answer perspective. Just take any mock, try to solve it, and then try to see that what are your mistakes. And once you have done your mistake, do not try to repeat it. Okay, because if you are repeating a mistake, that's not a good practice. Okay, so for English definitely we can refer to the book of S.P. Bakshi, because this book will definitely empower your vocab. It will also empower that how you solve multiple English related questions like RC, reading comprehension and whatnot. So this book is a good book for your English, I would say what, domain. Okay, so this was your quant, reasoning and English. Now what about current affairs? What about current affairs? First of all, you will get roughly around, I would say what, 40 questions in current affair, right? So I will advise you to study current affair at least of 3 months preceding the exam date. Okay, whatever your exam date is, before that you have to cover the current affairs of 3 months, because a good amount of questions will come from current affairs or the general awareness. Now for general awareness, definitely you can follow the standard magazine of any coaching institute, because that will help you. For general awareness there is no standard book which I will advise you, okay, because general awareness is that particular component. It is as good as current affairs, right? And current affairs always changes with time. So you need to have to focus on newspaper. Newspaper is a very important domain over here. Which newspaper? Either you can choose Live Mint, either you can choose your I would say the Hindu, either you can choose your Business Standard. My favorite is Business Standard, okay? So either any of one. It's not like that you are reading all of them. Choose any one of them and follow it. Moreover, you can also follow Press Information Bureau for certain, I would say, current affairs related to Government of India, or the best is that you follow a magazine which provides you a holistic coverage of newspapers plus the PIB and some other banking related current affairs, like the important days, the important appointments in the banks, something like that. So for general awareness, definitely keep a magazine, or if you are doing a self study, then choose newspaper along with PIB. That is good to go. Okay, so this was regarding phase 1 syllabus. So I have told you that which particular book you have to choose and which particular technique can be opted. Like for an English, we can just directly solve the mocks questions, because that will help us a lot. Okay, now let's move to phase 2 syllabus. In phase 2 syllabus you have 3 papers. Paper 1 is English, paper 2 is economic and social issues impacting your insurance, and the paper 3rd is your insurance and management. Now paper 1, which is based on your English descriptive, you just have to type. So in paper 1 I will again not advise you any book. You just need to practice and practice. Triple pre formula will work when you are working for paper 1. Just practice multiple essays, just practice multiple other descriptive stuff, like just practice certain preces and RC also. Okay, like if I am in your place, I will definitely try to practice 25 essays before I am going to the examination hall, because that will increase my content also, and it will also increase the words per minute which I am typing on the keyboard. So typing speed along with your, I would say what, along with your content will give you a good amount of marks. Moreover, try to reduce your grammatical mistakes, because that can cost you your selection. Okay, certain grammatical mistakes are allowed to an extent, but if you are going above it, if you are doing like I would say like 50 to 40 grammatical mistakes in your answer, then you do not expect the examiner to give you the good marks. 5 to 10 grammatical mistakes is still okay, that is still acceptable, but do not try to do a lot of grammatical mistakes. By grammar, I also wanted to tell you that you also have to control on your spelling mistakes also. Okay, so for English paper 1, I do not have a specific book which I can tell you. The basic over here is to practice and practice. Okay, now moving forward to paper 2, which is your economic and social issues impacting insurance. Now see my friends, the syllabus over here is quite, I would say, vast, and it is quite, sorry to say, unorganized also. Unorganized means what? That some things have been taken from one syllabus, some things have been taken from finance syllabus, and something like they have made a customized syllabus for ESI, economic and social issues impacting insurance. Like if you see financial markets, this we teach in finance component, but they have inserted this into your economics syllabus. So what I will advise you is that over here there is no one book which will help you. No one book will help you. Yes, certain standard books like Ramesh Singh, Uma Kalpila, that you can follow if you want to. But if you are following it, use it for, I would say, what, static part only. So static part can be done with any standard book. It can be done with any standard book. But please understand that do not overread, because over here if you see, static part is not that important. I would only say like concepts like economic growth, concepts like basic economic understanding is required. So if you are reading Ramesh Singh, just read it from a basic perspective. There is no need to go too much deep. There is no need to just invest too much of your time in understanding the economic static concepts. just have a basic understanding. You can also have a basic understanding from 12th and 11th class NCRTs. That is also fine. Okay, so over here, when you study the economics impact on insurance, definitely there is no standard book. There is no standard book, and we have researched a lot. So what we have done is, or what we will advise you is, cover a static portion from a standard book. Okay, cover a static portion, basic static portion, right? That you should understand that what is GDP, what is GVA. That particular static understanding can be drawn from any book. Okay, if you are reading, if you are studying for RBI, then you would have covered economic statics over there. Same for NABARD also. If you are studying for NABARD, you would have covered economic statics over there also. So that much of information is enough. But to understand the economics impact or economic and social impacts on insurance, for that, my friend, you will have to use a Google search, or you will have to read the research paper. You will have to read the very important document is I would say IRDAI annual report. IRDAI annual report of the current year. Okay, so again, there is no standard book over here. For example, how will insurance penetration or how will insurance density impact the Indian economy, or how will, I would say, different schemes like RSVBI. Okay, RSBY is your Rashtriya Suraksha Bima Yojana. How it will impact the poor people and how it will increase their access to healthcare services. So for this, I will again advise you to use your Google search wisely. Pick a topic. For example, you can pick a topic related to, I would say, health insurance scheme for BPL families is your RSVBY, Rashtriya Suraksha Bima Yojana. Okay, you can pick it and you can paste the same on Google, and just try to read it around it, like how RSBY has contributed in the insurance industry, what are certain positive impacts, are there any negative impacts or not. In the same manner, if you just have to understand like what is systematic risk, this again you can read it on Google. So over here, if you are doing a self study, then definitely cover the static part from one standard book. Static part can be covered from one standard book, but to understand the impact of economics and social issues on insurance, for that, my friend, you will have to do a lot of Google research, and definitely try to read the research papers which are released by different colleges, different esteemed authors, and IRDAI annual report will also give you a good quality content over here. Okay, so please understand, this is the exact strategy which you have to follow for, I would say, your paper number 2, which is economic and social issues impacting insurance. Now coming to paper 3. Paper 3, there are two parts, insurance and management. Okay, now for insurance, again, if you have to build your static part, or if you just wanted to understand the basics of insurance, then definitely you can read any standard book. But if you want to get the books from free, if you want to get the books for free, then definitely you can go towards the Google again, and you can just write IRDAI ebooks. IRDAI ebooks. The Google link will take you through different I would say ebooks domain, and you can download the ebooks directly which are available on the IRDAI website. Okay, but over here you will only come to know the basic concepts, the fundamental principles, that what is insurance contract is all about, the different parties and whatnot. Okay, so fundamentals will be covered, but to understand certain more concepts like what is reinsurance, what are different models of reinsurance, what are different brokers in reinsurance, what is the difference between broker and agent, for that again you will have to use Google. Because see, my friends, the reality is that the syllabus which has been designed by the examination conducting authority, like IRDAI in this case, it is quite unorganized. Unorganized means what? That no one book will suffice. No one book will suffice all these different terms. Okay, so fundamentals you can build from the ebooks or from any fundamental book which you want to prefer, but I will prescribe these ebooks to you because these are free and these are of good quality also. Okay, so you can download it, take a print of it, and then read it. Okay, but certain concepts like bank insurance, you will find the meaning of bank insurance over here, but what about the models of bank insurance? That you will not find. For example, again, if you want to read regarding GIC, you will find a basic introduction, but you will also have to understand certain more terms related to GIC. Okay, in the same manner, if you want to read regarding multiple like product design, pricing, distribution, underwriting claims, basics will be available, but just to make your coverage holistic, you will have to do a Google research. So Google will definitely be helpful in your ESI paper also, ESI impacting insurance, and it is also helpful for your, I would say, insurance component also. Okay, and on Google, try to write what subjective things. subjective things as in try to pick it directly from the notification, paste it on Google and try to read around it. Okay, keep yourself limited. There is no need to become an expert. Just read the examination syllabus. Previous year questions definitely you should refer to because they will give you a direction also. Okay, now coming to the paper 3 part 2. Paper 3 has two parts. The first is insurance, which we have discussed, and the second one is your part 2, which is management. Now in this particular, I would say, syllabus, definitely you do not have to refer to Google. You do not have to refer to Google because this is entirely static. This is entirely static. Over here there is no role of any current affairs also. So to cover all these chapters of management, I will advise you two books. First is Principles and the Practices of Management, given by L.M. Prasad, and then you also have to cover Business Ethics and Corporate Governance, given by B.N. Ghosh. Now why I am referring to the book of Business Ethics, because there was a question of Business Ethics, and if you see, Corporate Governance is directly given in your syllabus also. So you will have to cover it. Moreover, rest chapters like management, nature, human resource development, leadership, performance appraisal, which is a part of HRD only, motivation, communication, role of IT, which all the topics will be covered from one standard book, which is Principle and Practices of Management. So if you see, my friends, if I want to accumulate or if I want to sum up my sources for phase 2, for English you have to practice a lot. For economic and social issues, use a basic standard book and supply it with a lot of Google search. Try to read and around that particular component so that you can understand that what are certain, I would say, effects of it. And mind you, my friend, IRDAI annual report is a must do because you will definitely get a lot of content on it. Moreover, once you write on Google, for example, I am searching for reinsurance. So I am searching what is reinsurance hyphen IRDAI. So you will get a document from IRDAI itself, which explains you that what is IRDAI, what is reinsurance, what is different models of reinsurance. Same in the case of health insurance also. What is the difference of health insurance and life insurance? Try to Google it. Okay, once you Google it, definitely you will find multiple of the things, but the most authenticate source will be of IRDAI. So try to read the documents which are related to IRDAI. Moreover, whenever you are writing a Google search, try to search it with respect to IRDAI. Okay, for example, what is the difference between life insurance and health insurance hyphen IRDAI. So this will give you those results which are related to IRDAI. Okay. For insurance and management, again the same strategy. Insurance is about, I would say, basics which you can build from your ebooks, plus certain Google research is required, and management is purely, I would say, purely related to static. So for management, try to complete it as early as possible, because for management only two books are there, which is L.M. Prasad book and B.N. Ghosh book. Okay. So on that note, thank you for watching this video. I hope this video was kind of informative for you, and all the best. Do well in your exam. We are always there to support you. On that note, bye bye, take care and do well.